I remember being a new representative, and I remember calling on people that I wasn't super comfortable calling on. What I remember, though, best about it was an occasion at one point where I was on an appointment, and she ended up placing an order for Cutco. And then at that point, I asked her. I said, hey, what does your husband do? And they lived in a pretty nice home, and she said he's in sales. And at that point in my career, well, it was the beginning of my career, I didn't really know what I wanted to go into. And then I said, well, can you tell me what it's like to be married to someone who's in sales? And then she said, well, I was actually in sales myself. And so she not only was able to give the story of what is it like to be married to someone in sales, but also what was it like being in sales. From that appointment on, I took the opportunity at every appointment, either at the beginning or end, to ask people about their job and to ask them what their experience was with it. What I realized was I started utilizing Vector not only as an opportunity to sell Cutco, but it was also an opportunity to actually have conversations with people from a wide spectrum of professions and occupations. And that was really beneficial to me. Another thing that I like to do with people is I like to connect people. In other words, if I know someone says, I really want a personal trainer, and I happen to know someone who's a personal trainer, I really say, hey, you should call this person. They're a good friend of mine, and I think you should work with them, or I think you should consider working with them. Here's their name and number. And I think that's another benefit of doing a lot of appointments. And I've heard many representatives that I've worked with that what they do on appointments is sometimes connect people, and I think that's a great value add. I know it makes me feel good when I'm able to connect two people, one person that has a need and another person that has a solution. The last thing I want to share with you is that after doing a number of appointments, there were times where I was offered jobs. And this is one of those things where I continue to work with our company for 25 years. But I also know that there are representatives that I've worked with who did appointments for people, and the person was so impressed with how they carried themselves that they, in fact, offered them a position, and in some cases, ended up working with that company. And none of that would have happened if the representative hadn't really gotten out of their comfort zone and called on as many people as they could to show the Cutco product line. So as you're thinking about showing Cutco, think about the implications to your network. Think about the implications to the customer's network, and also think about it from a sense of you might be able to gain some insight beyond just showing them Cutco that might actually shape a future career decision that you might make.